as we go live for episode 96. Six sounds good. I was just making thumbnails before this, so my numbers are mixed up. Episode 96 of the download queue. December 20th, 2025. Our last live episode of the year. We do have something coming next week.
Oh, that's crazy.
Last live for 2025. Yeah. What a way.
Thank God.
What a way to be excited, Kyle. We're looking back at 2025 in games, looking back at memorable moments, stuff that made our 2025 in gaming, looking back at our Fantasy Critic, between the two of us, the last remaining players, and looking at Alan Wake 2. We've been gaming. Kyle's been gaming. I haven't been doing shit. I've been doing house stuff and baking and getting ready for holidays. Kyle.
More important stuff, sounds like.
Fine. How are you doing over there with your new... I'm loving the new background. The standing, everything fits. You can change it every week.
I was going to say, I didn't realize I kind of messed up the color grading, white balance. This dumb Logitech C29D, whatever that brand is, whatever the model is, you have to reset all the things every time. So I did it a little too much. I'm a little warm, but it fits with the background. I'm like, oh, I did that on accident. So it's all working out. Please, I need to get a new webcam for Christmas. I don't have to redo the settings, but it works out. I've been gaming. Alan Wake 2 has been beaten. What a time. Started another game. We'll talk about it. But I've been doing good. Have not done baking. That's on the docket for this list to start this week to start some baking.
It's too much. I think we added another. So we're now doing 4 kinds of cookies and the party mix, which is like an hour and a half process every 15 minutes checking. And I'm like, it's just 2 of us. We don't need to do the party mix. The party mix?
Yeah, explain that if you can.
Family recipe. If you're in the Midwest, you know. But I go off my grandma's recipe. It's never the same. You get stuff passed down. It's never quite right how you remember. You get different rice cereals. We got some Chex Mix, some Crispex, some Wheat Chex, some Goldfish, pretzels, peanuts, Bugles, Goldfish, Cheez-Its.
Oh, Bugles.
Get a nice like Worcestershire seasoning mix spread on them. And you don't do butter. You have to use like a special type of butter, not regular whatever the shit. I can't tell you. But you got to spray it on in the oven every 15 minutes, take it out, spread it around, re-add stuff, put it back in, 15 minutes, take it out, spread it around, put stuff on. It's good snack food. And it's like, I think holidays, that's my jam. We were doing like batches times 5 before, where we would all walk out with like 3 cereal boxes of party mix.
Oh my gosh, that's
it's crazy.
Much.
Sit around playing games with the family growing up, and it's just party mix.
I love it. Did not expect Worcestershire sauce to be part of that mix, but I get it. I worked a summer in Minnesota, not the Midwest, but Midwest enough. There's some weird stuff out there for food, but you eat it and you're like, damn, they're like really fucking good. Who knew horseradish could be like really good on stuff
with a good prime rib? Oh
my God, yeah, that's changed prime rib for me.
I'm telling you. We got some weird stuff.
We're doing prime rib for Christmas now, everybody. Congrats, that's what we're doing.
I literally thought of that last night. I asked Hannah, I was like, should we fuck around and do a prime? I'm like, I don't have money for it, but we should do it.
Yeah, no, that should be, oh man, I might have to go out to the store tomorrow.
Bam, done. You're welcome.
Thank you with some horseradish.
Thank you for joining us. This is the end of the podcast, everybody. We're done.
Our food segment.
Our food segment. Again, every Saturday now, 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, joining us here live, twitch.tv/BadlandsBacklogs, as we get together, talk about whatever we want to talk about, games, reviews, news, food, whatever it is. We don't care. We just like to have a good time, enjoy each other's company, and we're hyped for the holidays, man. We're winding down. Time to not be serious anymore. We're having a good time today.
I won't take it serious then.
Not taking it serious. Ran through what we're going to talk about beforehand. We're starting with you. Alan Wake, secret special game. I'm curious, because you're playing a bunch of stuff. Some old stuff, some new stuff. But I'm like, is the new stuff, are we doing this for Game of the Year stuff, or you just want to be in the conversation now that we're in the time, you know?
Are you talking about Alan Wake 2? Is this part of Game of the Year?
No, the other one. The other one.
Oh, Kingdom Come Deliverance, too. Deliverance. I have an itching to play something like that and jumped on it for Game of the Year. I wanted to beat it before we talk next year about it. So, but that's not Alan Wake. Yeah, finally beat Alan Wake 2. Took me longer than I wanted. Committed to doing it on stream. Did it all. It's all on YouTube. If not, the last one will be up soon. Super fun. I totally love this game. It is a very solid 8 out of 10 game. I am in love with Remedy games. The storytelling that they do works for me. The horror elements way more heavy in Alan Wake than Control. Control is my first or Control and Quantum Break, I guess.
Break.
But yeah, definitely way more horror this time around. I enjoyed it. It wasn't too much. The jump scares always can be a little cheap at times, but they were never too much. They were handled well, right? I enjoyed it. The frustrating parts of the game, the combat, the movement, those style of games, the survival where you are clunky, you're kind of like you're walking in mud because it's not a shooter, right? It's not that type of game. Like I got frustrated with that. I died multiple times across my whole playthrough because of me getting just like, I'm trying to do too much at once. Like I need to slow down. Like that was my fault. I didn't still struggle with that aspect, but the story kept me in. I wanted to keep playing because of the story. Right away, that grips me, it grabbed me. I was intrigued. I'm like, who is this Saga? What's going on? I don't think she's real. I think her whole thing is not real. If you know Shutter Island, I think she was being Shutter Island the whole time. I'm going to keep it spoiler free. But that's what I'm thinking is going on to her. I'm loving the influences and the references to other stuff that I've played, other stuff that I just know colloquially and stuff. So the story overall, phenomenal. Weird out there, but I really love how they're able to tie in the first Alan Wake. Did not play that. But to tie in the first Alan Wake and the story of that into this and kind of continue it where I'm like, oh, I kind of understand what went on. I kind of get where he was going with Alice and that. I truly enjoyed it. Games that do dual protagonists can be weird. I love the flow of this. You choose who to play when you want. Once you hit the end point for someone, it'll force you to the other ones. That felt so natural to me. The way my story developed by the developed photos. Whoa, that's in the game. The way it just developed for me, I loved it. Truly did. Not a perfect game by any means, but yeah, I truly enjoyed my time with it.
Did we have the conversation? Did you play the first one originally, right? Or this is your first time going into
first Alan Wake? Yeah, did not play the original. Didn't do American Nightmare. My first Remedy game was Quantum Break, which is a crazy first Remedy game, right? But the story, like, I liked Quantum Break because of the storytelling, the TV show. That's what really interested me into it. So I'm all in on Remedy doing weird shit. But first, Alan Wake. That was your question.
That's I'm so curious because I think I started this for like an hour around the same time you did. And I was on the same side where we talked about before, whereas I started the first one last year, played through, terrible time. Did not age well for me, had a struggle with it.
Makes sense.
But every time you've talked about the second one now, it's like they didn't necessarily fix everything, but changed what the game is fundamentally, where the issues I had originally aren't there. And the survival aspect is a huge part of that. The difference bouncing back between the two characters' story, like that sounds more intriguing to me than kind of being force-fed the story in the first one, which I'm sure was good at the time. Now I was like, okay, similar things have happened since then. This isn't as revolutionary. So the second one, it has my attention. Do I get to it before Control Resonant? Who knows, but it's always there.
There's at one point in the game, they just show you the trailer for Resonant. And I was like, oh my God.
Like,
if I got to this part, pretty much. I mean, it's not 1-to-1, but like you see it and you're like, oh shit, okay, yeah. They hinted at what was next long before. We knew that Dylan was gonna be involved with the next game. Like they straight up hint at that at one point. So really cool. Yeah, I think they probably do fix and or at least modernize a lot of what Alan Wake, the first one, would be doing, right? Makes that more. The gameplay differences between Saga and Alan are there. There are differences, but they're not drastic where it's not like Yasuke and Naoe in Assassin's Creed Shadows, where very drastically, it's more Alan's a writer, so you're writing scenes and you're choosing, okay, I'm in the foyer. Let's now have the NYPD night here. And then the scene changes because you're writing the story and it changes reality. It gets trippy. I'm not even going to try to explain it. But then, so he's doing that while Saga is doing detective work. She's profiling people. She's getting in her mind palace and trying to figure out the clues and putting them on a case board. And those are two different styles, right? But kind of similar gameplay, at least the core, it feels like. That it works well. And it was very nice going from Saga and being like, hitting an ending point of like, end of a chapter, end of a story, and being like, this is now time to play Alan Wake, and just switch to that reality and now play Alan Wake's story. And I always hit a point where I was like, now time to play Saga. This feels right. And I would do that. And like I said, getting to the point where the point of no return, it felt natural. I was like, hell yeah. She's like, where's Alan? It's like, oh, now we have to go play Alan. And the segment I had to do felt right. So for me, oh man, story was stellar. Shout out for Remedy figuring that out. Like for that to land at least one playthrough, you can choose how you play it. You know, I don't know if I played the way they thought you would have played it, if the order, who knows, but it landed. Bravo for that. I wonder how it would have felt if I stuck all the way with one and then switched to all the way, you know, to Alan, right? That would have felt different.
How hard years later did Herald of Darkness hit for you when you got to that?
Oh my God, that whole level was awesome. It sucks in knowing what happens, right? It sucks that they did that at the Game Awards. It sucks. Oh, there's a segment that they're gonna play it, but it still hits. It's still awesome. I love that song. It's the whole. It also is the story of Alan Wake as well. So it kind of there's a lot of moments where they're telling you what happened in the past, very naturally, very realistically, I guess. Naturally fits that example, but yeah, loved Herald of Darkness. So much fun. It's been on rotation for a while because it's a banger and it's just a good background song. But again, yeah, a whole 13-minute song set to music or set to gameplay as you're doing gameplay segments, fighting, shooting, getting, you know, using the flashlight to burn people, and then you go in and then it's a live action scene where they're doing more and then you're back into gameplay. It's executed phenomenally. So yeah, that segment, We Sing, a great chapter. You should honestly try to play through that. I think if it doesn't get you there, it's fine. I played on normal, had some issues, but was able to beat it all the way normal. I think if you put it on story just to get through it, like, it's one of those games, I think that's a perfect reason to drop the story mode, especially to see if you can click with it since you toughed out Alan Wake.
Yeah, that's great to hear that they have, because there was the combat shooting, like the actual gameplay of it was what started deteriorating for me. So I'm down for a story mode. I don't care if it's a real game.
And the combat got frustrating to me whenever I was overwhelmed and I started doing too much, right? When I was like, oh, I gotta dodge, and I'm not waiting for my dodge to like load again, or I'm not waiting for the right moment. Like it always felt on me. I want to like the game feels the way it does because that's how it feels, and I don't feel like that's bad, right? It just frustrating when I'm not playing the way it wants me to. Especially at one point when Alex Casey, Mr. Sam Lake, says, here's ammo, here's resources, and you give me shotgun. I don't have a shotgun. Stop yelling at me. Give that. I have ammo. Pick it up, Saga. Pick up the ammo, Saga. And you give me shotgun. I don't have a shotgun. I didn't have it.
Like you didn't have it yet, or you just missed it.
There was a point where I could have.
Okay.
You have to like unlock it, and I just didn't. I was like, whatever. That was my fault. But it's just like, okay, I get you're throwing me ammo. I don't have handgun ammo. I can't shoot the person so we can get him for you. I don't have ammo. Here's some ammo. That's shotgun ammo. So that was a frustrating fight. But I felt punished there for not getting a weapon, but oh well, whatever.
Here's moral support, you know. Like, this is my game. I do what I want.
I know, that's what the funny part was. It's like, it's Sam Lake being like, here you go. I'm like, you did this. You're doing this to me. This is your fault on so many levels. But other than, I mean, phenomenal game. Like I said, a solid 8 out of 10. Has some issues. But man, I can't wait to see what they do going forward. The story lands. I'm happy with the ending. Was I right with what I thought about Saga? Was I wrong? I am satisfied with the ending though. I think it's really cool. There's also a definitive ending in the DLC as well. Watch that. I'm happy with that too. So overall, Pretty cool. But a good game.
Good games are good. I'm happy you're enjoying it. It got its praise when it came out that year. Obviously, it was featured everywhere, but it was another flash in the pan where after that year it was done, it was gone.
Well, they did that. I mean, and yeah, it was the Epic Games exclusive game for a while. It wasn't on Steam. So there was like some weird stuff with it.
Yeah.
A sequel to Alan Wake. Remedy goes from Control to this. Like, there's a lot to it, but it is so worth playing, in my opinion. Very, very good.
From there, Kyle, I feel we move towards looking back at our Fantasy Critic 2025. Began with 4 at the beginning of the year. We're 2 now. People fall off. It's a hard thing to get people to stick with throughout the year. But I feel like starting with Fantasy Critic, we can kind of spitball back and ping pong back and forth with our other topic of looking back at the year in general and taking up notes.
I like that.
Whatever we want to talk about. With our standings of the year.
Let me pull out my fantasy.
I got it for you. Big Nerd Gaming joined us at the start of the year. Came in first. 205 points. Carried a lot with indie stuff that man just gotta hit. He knows when shit's gonna hit good and it hits. Death Stranding 2's in there, 20 points. 24, he picked up Expedition 33. Citizen Sleeper 2, another indie darling. First Berserker Kazan was good. Shinobi Art of Vengeance, Dragon Quest Remake, Wonder Stop, Blueprints. Not in the initial draft, but a great pickup that, again, I'm surprised that did not get more stuff throughout the year. Blueprints was kind of the first big breakout of the year, and when we started rolling, just kind of fell off. Unbeatable, Demon School, Dispatch picked up towards the end. Kyle, you begrudgingly take second place with 171 points.
You can see this on stream.
171 points. Beating me for second by 1 singular point.
That's all I needed. I didn't even make the trade.
What
did it for me? What did I pick up? Where is it? Elden Ring. I beat you by Elden Ring, buddy. Elden Ring, Night Ring, the Forsaken Hollows beat you. My 7 points.
What you needed.
It got me just enough.
Yeah,
Watch them start re-reviewing shit.
Started out Monster Hunter Wilds, Ghost of Yotei, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, Elden Ring Night Rain ×2 with DLC, Metroid Prime 4 Beyond, Metal Gear Solid, Snake Eater, Hollow Knight, points, bucket points. Alters Rematch, Mina the Hollower, your only 0 that you got for the year because that was delayed from October. Battlefield 6 pickup, Mario Galaxy 1+2, Octopath Traveler 0, and Night Ring as mentioned. What's your counter pick? Outer Worlds 2, -13 points.
It was banking on them getting pushed out, It was banking on them delaying it, but no, they had it. Xbox had a plan. They were able to stick to it, and they released 3 games this year. Obsidian, damn, Avowed, Grounded 2, and Outer World 2. So shout out for them. It was my one. I was like, that was a risky one. I think I counterpicked last though, or later on, and it was like
last. There really was no
great. Yeah, there were no great counter picks. So, I probably could have done stuff like Atomfall or something else, but I went for it's not even going to come out, and it got me, but it wouldn't have got me closer to 1. I mean, it technically would have, but nah, he ran away with it this year. Good.
Yeah. Mentioned me, third place. Sure thought this was going to be higher. Mario Kart World started off, obviously coming off Mario Kart 8. Everyone loves Mario Kart. Did not hit as people wanted it to. A lot of disdain for that coming off of the Switch 2 release. Split Fiction, I have a couple. One of my 20-point pickups, Avowed, only 10. Should have got more than Outer Worlds 2, but that's a different conversation. Mouse PI for Hire, probably a dumb draft, which even when I did it, I was like, yeah, it could have been saved. Got delayed, doesn't matter anyways.
But let's stop real quick. Mouse PI for Hire, for all intents and purposes, at that point in time, was coming out in the next 6 months.
Yep.
They got an influx of money. They hired Tom Baker, Troy Baker, to do like that. Someone just said, hey, you guys have something great. Let's really make it something great. And yeah, that's crazy that it's not out yet, in my opinion. That one bites you. That's unfortunate.
I think that's now March 19th set, so early in the year. Still excited for it. I'm still personally like, I'm looking forward to that game. Art style, everything about it, I'm down for.
I just hate seeing it. I don't give a shit anymore. They show it so much. I don't care. It's like a deep dive. Whoa, like I said, I thought this game was coming out. So they just have it stretch out. It's like, oh, all right, cool, but we're good.
2 Point Museum picked up. Love it. Obviously, I wasn't pick that up. 15 points. Probably could have done a couple more in there, but Elder Scrolls Oblivion Remaster, I think at that time was still not announced, so that was banking on the rumors. Thankfully came out and got 12 points. Hell Is Us, something I still need to get to for the year. Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3+4. Bonanza pickup, which was my highest scoring of the year with 23 points. Kirby Air Rider, Silent Hill F, Sword of the Sea, Keeper, and Digimon Storytime Stranger, because people were all up on the Digimon at the end of the year. And then my counter pick.
It's a great pickup at the end.
It was. My counter pick, which did me in Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater, minus 15 points, which I believe was, the highest minus points we had for this year. Which still, I am surprised that game did as well as it did. I've seen nobody talk about it at all.
Yeah, but it's a solid remake. I think I don't expect remakes to be talked about that long and that much. Yeah.
Fourth person in our group, poor Kenny. This man got absolutely beat up by the draft. 85 points, almost a full 100 from third place. Like a Dragon, Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii, Assassin's Creed Shadows, Atom Falls, South of Midnight, Criminally Robbed for points, Fatal Fury City of Wolves, Tales of Iron 2, Outer Worlds 2, Ninja Gaiden 4, FBC Firebreak, which I believe is the only one that got negative points. At negative,
so undeserving of it.
At -6, Gears of War E-Day, Borderlands 4, and Gears of War Reloaded, with 2 open spots at the end. Like I said, kind of hard to get people in on this all year round, but would it should have been a solid list. Like, you say those games for him, and I'm like, yeah. Outer Worlds 2, probably should have got more. Ninja Gaiden 4, great. FBC Firebreak, probably shouldn't have gotten negative.
Yeah.
Gears of War E-Day at the time when we thought it was coming out this year would have done numbers. Like, pieces are there. It's just other stuff came out and was like, we want this attention right now.
Yeah, losing points is rough. Having nothing come out is rough. Yeah, solid. It's good games. Like, a lot of games. I loved Assassin's Creed Shadow. It's crazy that it got an 11. That is purely because of the hate, the campaign, and all the bullshit before it. Like, it is a phenomenal Assassin's Creed game. It is very, very good. The stories, what they're tackling and how they do it is very good. It's just, they had to most likely rewrite and force Naue to do other lines because you can't have a black man as a main protagonist in this day and age, apparently. Oh, Jesus. But yeah, other than that, like, wow. Yeah, South of Midnight, the combat's repetitive. It's not about that. Combat's perfect for what it needs to be. Not perfect. Not perfect. But yeah, I think sometimes critics are critics to be critics. Critics are critics to be critics.
They be criticking.
That's a good shirt. You can take that multiple ways too. That could be positive or negative.
There you go. You get people on both sides.
It's just like a fact. Anyways.
Looking at these lists, I'm happy you brought up South of Midnight. I feel we need to dive in first there as we look at 2025 as a whole. 2025 as a whole and what we enjoyed. God damn. Music this year in games, Kyle.
Dude.
Whether it's tied in with the story, whether it's licensed music and stuff. For context, a lot of this stuff, I mentioned to Kyle before the show, the whole year I've been keeping track of stuff that stuck out to me as I was playing games I wanted to bring up at the end of the year. Probably stuff that isn't going to make top 10 list come 2026, but stuff that deserves a shout out, stuff that made my 2025, stuff that I wanted to highlight throughout the year. Kyle has also gone through, picked out some stuff. But God, music is the first thing that I started writing down on. And the first thing I wrote down, Kyle, if you even remember, one night at the beginning of the year, we jumped on a little game together for about 3 hours. Towerborn came out on PC.
Oh, yeah.
And that whole night, I was like, this shit slaps. Like, just great I'm not usually one for like, oh, the nostalgia chip tunes or whatever, but like the music in that game had me like young kid playing Final Fantasy X again for the first time. The old high class fantasy, just feel good, just great. Like overall, that game kind of came and went again. I don't think it's really gained a lot of traction, sadly, for the team. But the composer for that, I even tweeted at him after that night, responded to me right away, like, great time, something worth checking out that a lot of people won't get to experience or won't be able to experience this year.
Yeah. No, it's a good call out. It's not something that went out to me. We should go back to that at this point and see the differences. But yeah, composer Austin Wintory, Journey, Banner Saga. I love the stuff he's done. He does a great podcast with Alana. So I know this. He's he's a cool guy. So
does he?
Yeah. Play, watch, listen. Yeah, play, watch, listen. They've been doing it since COVID. Looking 5 years. Yeah. Game director of Bithell Games, Mike Bithell. Yeah, him. And then they had Troy Baker for a long time, but now he's busy. So super worth it. A lot of insightful shit in that podcast. But yeah, Awesome Wintory is great. So yeah, we should go back. It's a fun idea. It's like a Castle Crashers thing. But yeah, early access. I'm kind of hitting a point with early access where I kind of tune out of them. If it's not something that really grabs me, it's like, all right, whatever. And I think that's okay. But I wonder long term, what are we going to see a lot of more? Are we going to see too many early access titles come out? Are they finding success? Are they happy? Like, I don't know. I'm starting to tune out of them.
Yeah.
It's more of just like, all right, cool. Which is like totally fine, right? It's a weird spot, right?
Well, it's something even I've avoided, like, again, grounded conversation, which we'll get to later, avoided that game because it was an early access thing. I don't want to lose progress, or at the time didn't understand that it would carry through, or you don't have to restart every time, or it's an unfinished thing that may be finished.
Well, grounded's different for sure.
Yeah, but even Hades too. One of my favorite things.
I would say those two are very different in that those are like now the benchmark, as other ones are still getting there. But
I avoided early access. Didn't want to touch it. Don't want to be spoiled. Didn't want. I played early versions of this. It's not the same. Like, I just wanted the full experience, but played them at different times, and not something I'm going to be jumping into more of. I'm not actively looking out early access stuff to try it out.
Yeah. Yes. We should go back to Towerborn to see the changes and whatnot. Maybe we'll go back every year.
Once a year checkup.
Once a year checkup, see if it's still going.
Say we jump to it. We both had it. We both mentioned it. South of Midnight. Music, again, you explained it so perfectly, and we were doing Game of the Year stuff of it being intertwined with the story, intertwined with the gameplay, telling the story in a different format from what you would normally experience of just vocal words. It's an underlying backstory to things and characterizations, and just does such a wonderful job of what it was trying to accomplish. Like,
Kuzma. Man, this story is cool. Yeah, no, the music. I mean, the number 3 on my Spotify, and I stopped listening and using Spotify in October, was Benji, the song Benji from South of Midnight. It's the first big story beat, or maybe the second one. That is the moment where I like teared up a little bit as you're climbing the tree and the song kicks in, the chorus hits, and he was my brother. It's just so damn good, and there's so many of those moments. All the songs are in South of Midnight. They are in this world. They feel cohesive, and they are so different. They're so specific, and they're so deep in storytelling. The one with Mama as she's looking for her baby. Oh my god! Just like Mama will keep. Like like there's so many deep, great, beautiful story moments in this game, and it's backed by an amazingly beautiful soundtrack by Olivier, just so fucking good. So did not get enough praise. The gameplay in it is rough at times. It's repetitive. It can be a little hard because it's not fine-tuned, I would say, probably, but it's not enough to detract from the beauty and the music. They've done so much work getting people in to be authentic to the American South and tell a true American South folk tale. And they exceeded it. I can't wait for South of Midnight 2, because Hazel and the Weavers, that whole idea of her weaving stories and being able to unweave trauma in the past. Ooh, that's like really fucking cool. So keep exploring that in the South. Please. That is so cool. So I hope they can do more with it. Compulsion games, great shit.
There's, correct me if I'm remembering wrong too, but I remember like when you get towards the end of the level, the music adds on to itself. Like as you get deeper in, it adds either like another layer or instrument towards the end,
Yes.
like the final showdown, the final chase thing, whatever you're doing towards the final level. That's when it all finally comes together and everything's there and it builds in such like an epic way. Again, following your story, you're finding the pieces of what's happening with these characters at those locations, and as you're doing that, more instruments are being added, and it's just a different level. Like it's stuff you don't normally see, but when it's done like this, it's done so flipping well. Yeah, like you said, it's great stories to tell for. I just told you a week ago when saw Zootopia 2, a very, very south of midnight-ish themed cutscene in that movie and locale that I was like, what a weird thing to pull from in the same year that this came out. Like, coincidence, but it was cool to see. And like, oh, this is something that's being recognized.
I will say South of Midnight is very Splash Mountain-y feeling, and Disney's not Song of the South because that was a weird one, but like Bear Rabbit and all that stuff, like that side of it and that cartoony, very much it does fit that. And I mean, that's America, right? That's American history, right? Like those type of stories and the animation, Disney and that bubble around that's part of it. So they captured that. That has to be included in it. So it's really funny how you count that. Anyway. Yeah, I love the animation in the game too. The art direction and the style, very, very good. Yeah, the world building. I'm gonna have to replay that on Switch 2 when it comes out later in 2026. Going to Switch 2 and PlayStation, which so year exclusivity, hell yeah, and then more people get to play it. It's a great game. It's
gonna be so good.
Well deserved. Well deserved. Yeah, it's so good on the Switch. Yeah, that sucks. I'm gonna have to buy it, but I'm happy for it.
Another one you have. I also had mine early on in the year. Expedition 33. I don't give that game shit. I'm not as high on it, but I give credit where credit's due. Some of the tracks be banging. Again, it ties in so wonderfully with what's happening, setting the tone in a different layer of what's happening. Like, again, the blending of everything happening in that game, the story behind the composer, again, first time doing game soundtrack, whatever, like, just fits so well. Kudos, flowers are due.
Yeah, that soundtrack is dense and varied, and there's techno beats and just sweeping dramatic orchestras and sad soft melodies. It's just so varied and so Expedition 33. It's in the word, it fits, it doesn't feel weird. And to have him just be like, hey, heard you guys know you were looking for a composer. Here's my SoundCloud, would love to, I just want to get into games, and to do it and to win multiple awards already and well deserved. So that music is phenomenal. I love listening. Wit.
But music, Kyle, isn't always from composers. I have two I need to shout out that involved licensed music being in the game, adding, again, certain feeling, certain vibe, certain coolness. What it is. The first one, quick shout out, not a 2025 game. Dave the Diver. In their wild list of collaborations they've done, from Yakuza to Godzilla to whatever the shit it was, partnered with a like 20-year-old girl from Texas, I believe. Name is MXM Tune, who you can unlock to come to your sushi bar once a week to perform and raise guest happiness, and has about 4 of her songs in there that she'll play throughout. I have added all 4 to my Spotify playlist. They're just complete vibe bops that I would have otherwise never found in my life. Don't know how Dave the Diver found her, but shout out.
I love that.
And in similar state, you have her on your list. I have on my list Dispatch.
Yes.
What a game. What a banging soundtrack.
Oh my god, so good.
I'll give it to you because you were the first one again to get me into this.
Yeah, no, I mean, Dispatch is phenomenal. Soundtrack is so good. They have so many. It's a lot of end credit songs, but they have songs throughout. But really, it's the end credit songs that are just that I'm highlighting and talking about because they're so good. We were at Old Navy today doing some shopping, getting some pajamas for our daughter, and the very end credit song at the final episode, 6 a.m. started playing, and we're just like, hell yeah, and we're just
Nice.
vibing out. And it's like the game, and I'm like, this is awesome. But so many great songs that are not from like well-known big people, right? This artist, one of the songs Radio, which plays in the middle of the season, and it's during a dance scene with everyone. Bershi, she's now quit her job and she's full-time pursuing music, and she's able to do that because of the game. She's like, thanks Ad Hoc, like this is crazy. And it's like, fuck yeah, that's awesome. And then the voice actress for Prism, her songs are in the game. Thought Squad, yeah, I had to remember. I'm like, what is it again? Her songs are in the game, and during one of the scenes in the game where it's a bar fight, her song's playing. She's up there singing, and that's her song. Like, these hoes depressed. I ain't because I take my meds. Like, it's her song's just in there, and the song is not made for the game. It was added to it because this person got cast, and they're like, wait, this fit. What a brilliant way bring in someone and not just use their voice, but use them and have them be intertwined. And like, that's part of the success of this game is they didn't just say, come in, we're doing what we want you to do. It's, hey, bring you and put that in the character. And hey, they got a dope soundtrack because of it. I love that Thought Squad. They're great.
Radio is no shit. Like past 2 weeks since beating that game, almost in my car daily when I get on. Like, this is a jam. However, you missed one of the best songs. Did not give shout out to. I'm a bitch from Flambe. So good. Become a meme song in my house. Girlfriend leaves for work and it connects to my phone via Bluetooth first. I'm putting that on as she's driving away until she pauses it. I'm like, yeah.
That's so funny. That's so mean too. I love it.
Just so good.
I see. I didn't really care about that. I know people attached and loved it. I was like, all right. Well, I didn't care about Flambe. That's for a spoiler cast
next week. Yeah, Radio, end credit songs, Thought Squad. Great time.
Yeah. Oh, I had Alan Wake too. We talked about it briefly earlier. The music, again, I think it's not just the live action band that they get to do a song and then they perform at the Game Awards. It's also just how it intertwines throughout the story as well. That song is part of the story as well, and it's really meta in that regard. But I think Remedy does a really fun, and obviously Sam Lake loves his music and loves figuring out how to do it, and he's done it well so far. So wanted to shout that out because it's impressive when you can do it and it not feel hokey, especially when the gameplay is set to it and it's fun. And I'm like, hell yeah, I'll keep dying here. I'm frustrated, but I'll keep dying.
Mm-hmm. I had two real quick ones again. Donkey Kong Bonanza. Didn't play it myself. One girlfriend played beside me the whole time, and those songs, catchy, just fun. They're not like, I don't think they're the best things of that game, but as far as being, again, tied into the story, quite literally tied into what you're doing, what you're trying to do with Pauline. Very catchy, very good. The Mario Kart World, I threw on mine just for the sheer amount of it, the sheer amount of remakes and recompositions and different stylistic choices for old songs and just how much there is. I believe they just did an update too, where now it tells you in the pause menu of races what song's playing, so you can actually like go find it if it really catches your eye. So they've done quite a bit for that game. I still return to it every now and then to do a couple races. So the music.
I need to have a night, either we play or me and my wife sit down and get back to it because Mario Kart's always great, but I haven't touched it. That is a great call out because yeah, the music is exceptional. They've done so. It's not just a soundtrack, right? They've put a lot of care into it to do it right. Good call out. Doom. I saw Doom. I was scrolling and picked up. I was like, man, Doom is always a fun time. I'm sad it didn't feel as big. It didn't stick with me as a whole. But you know, looking back, it's like, oh man, dude, I played a whole Doom this year and beat it. And like, you remember the music being slapping, but like not. Yeah, so that's that. Just thought of Doom.
Doom I didn't have in music, but I have a separate like sound category, and Doom is the first one on there
Oh,
because the music for me was, I remember it would be like, this isn't as hitting for me as I wanted it to be, but the sound design, like punches and the metal on metal, or when you're in the giant mech doing stuff, like just the sound effects of that game, everything just is punching you through your speakers like so well.
yeah. That's a good call out for sound.
Where would you like to go next? Stories? We
Well,
got,
I'll just keep going with sound. Let's hear yours because I didn't write any for sound, but I definitely have answers to that. But do you have any others?
yeah, sound, not really stuff that, like, again, not go deep on, but Dave the Diver, again, one of my guilty pleasures this year, just great. Uh Silent Hill F, from a horror standpoint, the creatures on the wall, the, it probably could have been tied in the music, but the shrieks and like high pitched sound effects that go to a nice melody after something like intense happens, and the transition from it, the transition between dream state and the real world, and how everything just changes so beautifully. Like, so much about that game I just love. Keeper, another one. No, you didn't get too deep into it, but just from an art
Yeah.
standpoint, music, sound, color, everything about that game can't speak highly enough of. And then obviously rounding it off, Arc Raiders,
Yeah,
the
yeah, that's
guilty
my one I
pleasure this
wanted to.
year. Just
Dude, sound so good in
wild,
that.
wild.
Yeah, if you haven't yet, go check out on their YouTube. They have us 3 episodes, maybe more now. Documentary. Danny O'Dwyer, he goes into it, and they talk about the audio design and how important it is. Very insightful back just to learn about it. But yeah, the game is like 50% gameplay wise. It's like 50% audio. Like hearing the arcs, hearing footprints, hearing what's around you. It's so crucial. Hearing just and it works, and you know how far something is by hearing it in a game. That's wild. It's wild how they achieved that. Fucking cool. And the guns sound cool and the arcs sound cool. Like it has
Sounds
a
cool.
unique sound. Like I love the memes and the videos of people like doing everyday stuff and they like hear the sound and they're like, huh, like the elevator's here. They hear an arc and it's like, oh no, oh, it's just a bus. Like it has a distinct style and it's known now. Like people know it when you hear it. And
Yep.
yeah, that's good. That's good sound design.
It's the few times I've played it by myself is I've still put my headset on just for the sound to hear. And Hannah's like, "Oh, you playing with Kyle?" I'm like, "No, I just need this." Like, it's the only game I use them for because it is such a major part of that experience. I'm like, I need these for this game. You don't understand, but
Yeah, I don't like playing it with my earbuds. I do the same, and people haven't been talking the last couple times I've played, but yeah, I still put them on, and I wouldn't. Yeah, I don't. It would be because of that. Yeah, that's funny.
that's it for sound. Again, not like a lot of stuff I want to hit on, just stuff I'm like, damn, this is good design.
Yeah, no stuff to move quick on. Yeah, let's do story.
Stories. I only got a few.
No.
You got quite a bit more than I do, so kick it
Yeah,
off.
well, we could talk about. I already talked about Alan Wake 2, so I don't need to talk about that.
Yeah.
But that's definitely in 2025 for me. Dispatch as well. We'll talk our spoiler cast next week, but love the story in that, and can't wait to replay it to do different stuff when me and my wife get that urge. Like, you know what? Now's the time to redo it and do things different. So fun to be able to replay it and want to. But let's start at the very beginning of the year. Something that came out, I think, technically last year, but I didn't beat till this year. That's Indiana Jones and the Golden Circle, right? Is that what it's called?
Yes.
Oh, the Great Circle. The Great Circle. The Golden Temple is the Disneyland ride. That's what I was thinking of. Yeah, Great Circle. You have made an Indiana Jones game, a sim game, and it would be so good. And I hold it up there as one of the best Indiana Jones story, better than 2 of the movies. You choose which ones. And it's great. I truly enjoyed that. I'm happy, Troy Baker got a nom. I'm happy it's getting some flowers. It's really fucking good, and I can't wait to see the next story. I saw the DLC on sale, and I was like, man, do I go back? Because I did enjoy the story. I really enjoyed the game as a whole, and like I love Indiana Jones as a character, as an icon. As a larger than life character. It's not just Harrison Ford anymore, and I think that is achieved because of machine games right now with this game. It's no longer Harrison Ford. Indiana Jones is Indiana Jones, and we'll see different interpretations in the years to come for sure. But yeah, can't wait. Great story.
I
Did you ever
wish
beat this?
I was gonna say I wish this hit for me more. Did the Vatican? I think if I had to guess, I got halfway through. Egypt is the next place or wherever you're at the desert.
Yeah.
And it just I
And
had too
Giza.
many parts. I'm like, this is aggravating to play, aggravating to try and stealth around, and I just never went back.
Oh man.
Never went back.
I'm like, it was the perfect 80s style action. You just boop someone on the head and then like, you're like, run away. And you run away and you hide. You go away and you boop, 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 you throw shit at them. It's like, don't. Like, I loved it. It was such a 80s, 90s style action movie in a game. It was awesome. Keep your best viewers out of here. But yeah.
Best viewers. What do we?
I mean, next in the year, where does Avowed stand for you? Is that part of your story?
Avowed wasn't on. No. Again, I wish it was. I still liked Avowed. I'm still above Outer Worlds 2 for me. Played through it, liked my time. I'm loving seeing all the updates and stuff they're doing for it coming out, but I don't think I'm ever going to return to it. Like it's too little, too late for me right now. And I remember specifically the payoff of that story didn't hit for me. And the last battle I remember talking to you about and just being so seeing the pieces and seeing what could have been. And there's this giant thing in the background you could be fighting. Nah, you don't get to do it. You're going to be doing this other side stuff that cultivated in just a very lackluster bullet spongy boss fight for me, I remember. So it like it was. It's in my 10, but story did not capture me. The side stories I say would better. Some of the character stuff, like your companions, like that more than the main story.
Yeah. For me, the way it played out for me, I think we had different endings.
Yep.
Pretty drastically in a way. At least core stuff pretty different. Like I had a giant robot with me at the end who walked the earth and just explored and would come back and get fixed eventually, but he stopped coming back because he learned how to fix himself on his own. And one day he just wasn't coming back. And it's like, oh, so beautiful for that soul. But there was a lot in the story that like I was connected to, and I remember this mystery of what was going on and what this entity and thing was that you were talking to at times, and you were discovering the memories of the old god, I think it was. Like that really did capture me. So there was something here that a brand new IP, Pillars of Eternity, I believe, not Path, Pillars of Eternity. It's so easy to mix the PoEs up. That universe not being exposed to it at all, but then you're now into it and understanding enough and getting it and looking forward to what they do next year. So it did a lot for me to get into that world, and it's a cool thing. But yeah, I do wish it had landed more, but I think they had just a lot. They had a lot to mess with, and it's like being placed in a wide open sandbox with a bunch of pieces and then building with it. And I think it just sometimes, what was the point and purpose and drive? Like, where are we going? So when you're open, it was left open ended because it had to be in a way. I think that hurt the story, but still really good. I think executed very well. The better Obsidian game for me this year.
If we're going continuing on through the year of releases, I think South of Midnight fits in next. I had for story again. Just overarching story of Hazel and her whole journey, the individual short stories of each level essentially, and how those all tie together, and the interactions between those characters. Just great. Again, we can't speak highly of it enough. For the year.
Yeah. I didn't write it on story because, again, it's the music of it. But within that, I wouldn't talk about the music without talking about the story, right? Yep. But they're just so intertwined for me. But yeah, that was one of the highlights of it.
Dispatch we both have on again. Talk about that next week. Expedition 33. How on yours?
Oh yeah, story. Yeah,
full spoiler me because I don't remember what ending you actually went with or what your story ended up being. If you
at the end of the game? You didn't beat it?
No, have you?
Yeah, I beat it.
Okay,
I'm all done.
Okay. I don't think we talked about the end of what we went with. That's what I was.
Oh, yeah, I guess we didn't. Yeah. Okay, you want to spoil some stuff?
Go ahead. Spoil. It's the end of the year. People should have played it by now.
I just want to make sure. Heads up, spoilers now. You should play this unspoiled.
Next 2 minutes, come back.
Yeah, I'm not raising my hand. I got tired last time we did that. Yeah, I went towards the end, the boss. I'm trying to figure out the right way to say it. I get the words. Went with Verso's ending, yes. But me and my wife played it together, so she was there for it, and like she was the reason we went with Verso. So I don't know how I would have done it. But at first, I was like, "What about like that makes sense, Mael, like because of everything, right?" But I felt like a lot just wasn't being talked about. Like, no, you're gonna get stuck. No, I'm not. Okay, just come get her in like an hour. Like, just stay with her for a little bit and then have her leave the paint. Like, you guys could have talked this a little more out to make it like, I understand. Maybe we don't need to kill all the friends you literally grew up with. You were, Mael, your daughter, Renoir, was born and raised in this painting. She doesn't, can you understand for her? So I think a lot of the issues with Expedition 33 is people not docking. But again, that's real life. A lot of issues are people not talking when if they did that, and it probably could come to some understanding. So like there's cool with that, but I lean more towards her, and then my wife was like, no, like that's bad. Oh, that actually makes sense. And yeah, went with Verso's ending, and that one, I mean, is so good. The whole story of Expedition 33 being about trauma and grief and just getting over, literally in the story, getting over a death of their son and their brother. But the way Sandfall and the writing was able to also make it about so many different layers of grief, and you can relate to it at any point in your life because we all grieve, whether you're just born or you're dying, right? Like there's grief all around. That's life. Really sad, huh? But there's beauty within that, right? And it just does that excellently. It's a goddamn beautiful story. Looking back, a lot of gameplay stuff isn't perfect, but very poignantly it has a purpose behind the story. And I think they know their ending, and there is a right ending because there's purpose behind it, but they wouldn't have that ending if they didn't give you choices. And I think the fact that they let you choose is the point. That Mael's ending, I don't know if you watched it or if that's what you did or whatever. That ending's brutal.
It's dark.
Just like, and it's so true. And in watching it's like, holy shit, yeah, you can't choose to stay in your grief. And that's the whole point is she is right. Mael is right in her grief. She is right to stay there. She is right to want that. But it doesn't mean that's the right choice, right? It's like your feelings are valid. Doesn't mean it's right. Like that's what you should continue doing though. It's just such a beautiful and heartbreaking story. But you also can be pretty much naked on a beach doing, no, or what is it? Just up, jump up, whatever that. Go up. What's that jumping puzzle game that everyone liked?
Oh, Gestural Beat? Yeah. Only Up.
Only Up. I was like, what is it? Yeah. It's just like, what a weird game. But it all fits because story is just solid.
Stories for me, last two I have Silent Hill F, again, something when I started and I was looking at achievements and oh, this requires multiple playthroughs. And I immediately was like, that's dumb. Not going to do it. I'm beating this once and that's it. And then I found myself doing another playthrough and a half to keep getting more story. And I talked about that when I reviewed it of each playthrough you do adds more dialogue, adds more cutscenes, adds just more to what's happening to give you a better understanding the more you're experiencing certain scenarios, which again, I feel is a hard sell for a lot of people, but it's been getting a lot of praise from multiple sites, award shows, whatever it is. So their gamble, I feel, hit. I love it. Again, the one scene I sent you, grotesque, just graphic, gory stuff leading to tears and heartbreak and just a full range of emotions. And then Keeper, again, no surprise for me, cried like a baby at the end of that game for something that when so many games this year that people talk about story or voice acting and dialogue and the performances, to have this come out with not a word of dialogue, not a word of text, like, and to have that same kind of pull on your heartstrings deserves its time.
Mm-hmm. I think, what's that one? Cocoon, that puzzle game. That was like, there's not very many games that don't do dialogue. I was like, played one that really stuck with me, and it was called. I gotta get back to Keeper at some point. I'll just push through. I just wasn't into that game at the moment, but I wrote my last one. I wrote Death Stranding. Finally beat that with the wife. We played that all together. I did a lot of grinding and just backpad doing orders when I needed to in the game, alone and such not. But we played that together, and it's an interesting story. It's out there. It's wild, but by the end of it, it lands. And like, if I didn't know a second one was coming, a lot of the emotional, or a second one was already out. If that wasn't a thing, like the emotional beats at the end would have hit really hard. They still land, of course, but it just recontextualizes it. But there's just whenever I see it, I still have it, or I had it installed for a long time, but whenever it stayed with me. It's stuck with me in a way where I think I'm still processing and I don't understand it fully. But I think there's a lot in that game story wise, and it's really interesting. And I'm sad we didn't get any update of when it's coming to PC and Xbox. Hopefully we get that sooner than like a year exclusivity, but at this point that's probably what it is.
Yeah.
But yeah, because I want to see more of the story. Like the world building in that game is phenomenal, and yeah, I just can't wait to see how it continues in the second one, because that first one is really, yeah, it kind of has a nice solid ending, but there's more. So I really am excited to see where the story goes there. Yeah, those are the story ones for me.
What do we got? Graphics art. Next up, a whole lot of repeats for me here at this point. I have a couple new ones, so I'll rapid fire through stuff we talked about. Doom the Dark Ages, first one I had on here. Again, just the design, character design, level design, the set piece moments of that just looks great, looks amazing. Like, I still can't believe that game came out this year. It feels like it was so long ago, but like thinking back to the first time getting in the mech and everything around that, and as bad as the sections were riding on the dragon and the skyboxes and what you're flying through and everything happening, like, just great. South of Midnight again, graphics art. Be dumb not to include it. Silent Hill F, Avowed, Keeper. And my new two for this category, Hades 2.
Nice.
Just great. Yeah. Picture perfect. Any cutscene from that game, any screen from that game when you're going through a run, you could paint out, put it up on a wall somewhere. Like, just spectacular design, character design. Everyone's horny. Just love it. Great. And then my other one I have in, maybe a little surprise, Grounded.
That makes sense for you.
Not on the graphic side of thing, but from an art, it was 100%. Every time we played through that game or continued on something, we would come across some new set piece or some new region or whatever they incorporated into the backyard, and be like, you know what? This makes a lot of sense. It fits really well with what they're doing here. You're like, it does. Just the downsizing of normal day stuff to be reused how it was, and just a beautiful game. When we were doing the zip lines, like
stunning.
Looking around as you're going through, getting to a high up point to just gaze over the land below you, like, just beautiful. And I'm so excited to see Grounded to evolve over the next year or two.
Yeah, I can't wait to get into that, because the game is beautiful, and Grounded is beautiful. That's a great shout out. I didn't write that one down there. I should have. Seeing like the coals and the grill that's tipped over and the sandboxes, you're going over to the pond and you see the little castle over there. It's like, damn, this is a backyard and it feels lived in, and like those are all locations. It's beautiful. So the call out there. Yeah, I had Hades 2, Alan Wake 2, some art graphics for me. I mean, a stunning looking game. Some of the hair in that game looked phenomenal. I put Assassin's Creed Shadows. I fell in love with photo mode again in that game. Spent a lot of time taking photo, like just exploring the world. What a beautifully crafted world. That is a big reason, honestly. That's a big reason to play the game if you're down for those type of games. If you want a beautiful world to explore, that is Shadows. It has 4 seasons as well, so it's not just the map once and day and night. It's snowy, it's windy, there's autumn, spring, and they all look and feel different. And that's a lot of care put into the art and into that world. Love that for that. Arc Raiders. There's just something about the design language and it's Earth but future but old because it's destroyed. Like they achieved something really cool, and the fact it takes place in South Italy, so it's highlighting. We always get America, right? Sometimes Europe, so it's cool to be somewhere totally different that is not the typical locations filled with the typical like details and iconography and whatnot. But no, this is set different. It's on Earth, but it's real. The art designs as well, I think, are just unique, and the fact that they're all like they all have physical attributes. Like the legs they climb up and you can take them off. There's a lot of design and art into that game that just really sells it. Honestly, sells the experience. And I'm early in, but Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 is a amazingly gorgeous game for what it's doing and like how granular and immersive sim it is. But like the vistas as you're walking around and on a horse going over the bridges and through the forest, that's a huge reason why I'm like already 7+ hours in. I'm playing more later. It kind of is that same thing about Shadows. Like the world was beautiful and it felt real and lived in, and I wanted to be in it. Same thing with Kingdom Come Deliverance too. So haven't done a lot of big cities in that yet, or even like some of the towns still open in the farmland. But it's so beautiful, and like doing the blacksmithing and like the different jobs. It's like, whoa, there's a lot you guys did. Not always perfectly animated, of course. The water is just a flat texture and whatever. But I don't need that. It's the vistas and the cutscenes and the character models. Really, really good. I've been noticing all the faces so far of people you're talking to look really unique and different, not like slightly different Madden. Oh, what face general texture do you want? Like they feel good and real. So I'm excited to keep exploring that for the art there. But it's already just a gorgeous game and a really good photo mode too.
Yours you have an honorable mentions.
Oh yeah.
Those just in general honorable mentions for top 10, honorable mentions for shout outs.
It was just they didn't have a list of what we kind of talked about and the categories I wrote down. But Kirby Air Riders is a game that I bought and haven't I technically beat it. I beat the road trip mode. Wild cutscene story there. I love it. Figured out how the Air Rider. We know where they came from. We know the origin of the cart, the little air ride things now. Dude, I'm telling you, it's wild. It's a great story. I'm pretty sure it sounds like the Drifter from Destiny, but it's not the same actor. But to me, I'm like, the Drifter is narrating this from Destiny, and I love it. It's a weird cutscene, but nostalgia, dude. The nostalgia hit of playing this game. I played so much on GameCube. Apparently, I don't remember how much because as I'm playing, I'm like, holy shit, this is hitting so hard. It is just a fun ass game. It's beautiful. It is chaotic, of course, wild, fast, hectic. But that is what Kirby Air Riders is, and I'm so happy it's around. I'm so happy it's a thing that I have, and I'll be able to play when I want to, play with people, play online. The online's fun, chaotic. It's crazy that we got one. Had to be mentioned because I'm loving it, but it's not. I don't know. It's not something I'm trying to convince people to buy.
Well, let me tell you, Kyle.
You got it?
Make sure she's not listening. I will be able to play with you post Christmas, I will say.
That's a good guess. You feel like you might be able to. Nothing's confirmed or denied.
It's the same scenario where certain people played a shit ton of it on GameCube, supposedly, and have all these fond memories of it. I'm like, perfect. Maybe
that person would love it. I hope it hits because it's hitting for me, and I played a shit ton on GameCube. And getting the new courses is like, you play, it's like, new nostalgia course. I'm like, that's the one from GameCube. Oh my gosh. Like, what? So it's just... there's a lot of love put in the game. It's not just, new Air Riders. It's like, holy shit, this is like Smash Ultimate, but Kirby Air Riders. It's like, this is the definitive Air Riders game. Wild that we got one. Yeah, I had to mention that. Do you have anything that fits in an honorable mention, or do you just want me to spout these off?
I could mix in some memorable moments in here too, because not
perfect.
Games,
go for it. Oh yes,
specific things. Switch 2 launch. wild for 2025. Again, if you would have told me that Switch 2 would be my damn near primary console by the end of the year, or you would have one, I would have called you crazy. With how much dust and neglect my Switch 1 got, and just the complete turnaround, like Switch 2 has been phenomenal.
Yeah.
Play it every day, still daily
yeah.
driver. Almost, again, before bed, play some Mario Kart or whatever. Still doing some Hades 2 runs, even though I beat it post. Like, just amazing piece of hardware. On that same line, Mario Kart World, specifically getting to Rainbow Road for the first time this year, such just a feel good moment, and the joy and wonder like captures that childlike aesthetic again. So good. And the course being good and the different transitions between. How could you not fall in love?
Dude, that one turn that you go to the and then you go right with the train as the music goes doo
Yep.
doo doo doo.
So good.
It's so fucking good. I can't wait till they tour with an orchestra. They have to. Yeah, that's a great call out. That course is real good.
Last one before I throw it back to you. I have a couple more, but rematch. Haven't mentioned it all show so far, but had a little grip on us at the beginning. This was, I wrote down, the first, if not second time we played, and the hilarity of me being goalkeeper and scoring 6 points for our team as goalkeeper, and just the dumbass, I'm gonna yeet it from our goal, score 2 points back to back, like literally in tears, kneel over laughing at that. It was just such a great time for this year. But I think back to him like, I wish I had the clip from that. Xbox updated its shit where it like takes stuff out faster than it used to, so I don't have it. But
oh yeah,
I think there's a TikTok somewhere. But just a great night.
Yeah, that was a good time. That was funny. Yeah, I wish rematch had a little more staying power, but I think it's still the same game, you know. So that's the time. Going back to Switch stuff, honorable mention here for me is the Madden 26 on Switch, Madden on Switch, and there's a lot of other sports games, but you know, I was mainly a sports gamer, you know, when I was younger growing up, and like I still play, still get the itch. I still want to buy and do the yearly Madden updates. We'll see going forward. EA is weird now, but other than that, like the fact that I can take Madden fully, not no ifs, ands, or buts. If it is Madden, go on the console, on Switch, in a handheld. It's awesome. You know, I get you can get Steam and play Madden on Steam Deck, right? But the Switch 2 is awesome. Like you called about the Switch release. Dude, what a time. I agree. Didn't think I'd be this in love with it. Didn't think I'd buy a case for it. I have a separate dock now. Like I'm all in on the Switch, and I didn't expect Madden would be Madden on the Switch 2 and be so good. And it's just, you know, for something like that, like for me, it's a game where like I don't want to do anything. I just want to watch something and occupy the mind and play something I like. Play Madden. So it's great for that. Little honorable mention there. And last, FBC Firebreak. The best casual extraction shooter. There it is. I was gonna say first person. That made no sense. What a great game. I don't care what people say. It fumbled the ball at the beginning, of course. It came out in a busy season. You were too close to Concord, you know? You're free, but you're on everything. You're on the free pass in Game Pass and PlayStation. It just, there's no desire. There's no why. What's the why to play? For a good time? That's not enough. How is that not enough these days? Whatever. It is a great game. They're doing more updates in January. I will be playing that. They're adding a roguelike mode. It's going to be great. Going to have a fun time. They're still committed to it. So it is an honorable mention. It is a great little game. I'm happy they did it because thinking about what's coming next down the line with Control Resonant, there are a ton of gameplay stuff going on with Firebreak that I expect to see in Resonant. So that's just that. So there's a design language and stuff that goes through studios, and a lot of the systems, the buffs, the gear abilities. Yeah, you put that on a melee weapon. There's a lot of enemies in Firebreak. I hope there's a lot of enemies coming at me in a melee-based action, right? RPG game, right? So like, yeah, I see it. I think that's gonna, because of that, it might not be the best package thing, the best thing that can keep you in it, but There's a lot of positives in Firebreak, and I think it got unjustly shat on.
Good on them for still keeping it going, though. Like, especially with how things are now, you figure they would have write off our losses or gone, but still, like I said, new modes coming out. Like, they have plans, they're still working, they're not giving up on it. So good on them.
Yeah. And they admitted, they're like, hey, we realized we missed a mark and like progression wasn't right. So we're going to fix it. We're going to work with you. So that's what you want. We saw Xbox do that very well with stuff like Sea of Thieves, not grounded, not jumping off when we might not have the budget, we might not have the numbers behind it. Boom, they come eventually when you keep going, when you are committed. So if they are, I hope they are. Firebreak, great. It's also fun to play Alan Wake and them mention like, oh yeah, the FBC guys came over. I was like, you mean the guys who like do the cleanup of the slime in that one place, in that
all
one
coming together.
It's like you're able to reference stuff and like, I played one of those cleaner uppers. It's just a silly, goofy game. I'm all in on it. I'm hoping the update can get more people on it. Just another breath of life for a week or two, a month.
Yeah.
Give it a try. It's on Game Pass and PlayStation. Just try it. I'll play with you.
My next moment to call out, more of a meme, but I would hate myself if I didn't write it down. If you throw back to 2024, Kyle, I fell in love with a little game called Dredge. Beat it, had a great time. It's on Game Pass now. I look at it every now and then. I'm like, do I replay it? But I haven't needed to because I just kept finding Dredge and other things I played this year. Hop on Dave the Diver, Dredge DLC. Hell yeah, brother. 2 Point Museum comes out. They're like, hey, we're going to do all these weird things and collaborations. First one that comes out, Dredge DLC, baby. You want the little lighthouse and a dredge shipwreck on your aquarium as decoration? You can. You want your janitors to be dressed up like the shopkeep on Dredge? You can do that. Just keeps getting better. They've also now done Vampire Survivors is in 2 Point Museum as well, so it just keeps on growing. Just love finding Dredge in new places.
Yeah, it's crazy. Dredge is everywhere. It's who would have thought, right? But
it's gearing up for the movie, right? Gearing up for
the movie. That's what I say. They're making a movie, so it's smart to. That's a smart way of marketing softly.
Experiencing Keeper, I have just flat out playing through that game. Story again. It's gotten me to. I'm rewatching Psychodyssey, the 33 episode documentary for Psychonauts 2. I'm rewatching that because of this and like picking up little things and fully planning on replaying Psychonauts 2 when I'm done with that. Like reconfirms my love for Double Fine. You gonna eat those Twinks? That's just it. That's all I have written down. Meme line again, Dispatch. I text this to my girlfriend about once a day. It's just a living Dispatch is like incorporate itself into our life. Just love so that. Dumb and stupid, but I love it so much. And my last one, which will tie into what defined 2025 for us, which for me could really be summed up. Mentioned it once already, but just the entirety of Grounded. Starting that game, the base building, the final battle, and how like psychotic pins on a pegboard I got with just we logged off. You're like, okay, I'll get back on in a couple days, and I spent the next 2 days just nonstop going overboard with defenses and whatever we needed and walls and planning out progression of, hey, we're in this new region, start a new base, we're relearning how to build, it's going to be a better building, we need to get over here. Like, it recaptured again that love for multiplayer gaming that I lost in 360. And being able to play something like that again and have a getting on, this is what we're coming back to. We have set out plans. If not, just come out, hang out. We're building stuff. We're each collecting resources for each other, like trying to get geared out. Like Grounded was, you put 2025 up next to my name, Grounded is the first thing that's going to come up because it was probably the most, I think it was the most I've played on Xbox this year. It was Grounded sense. And 2 Point was number 2. And it's grown out to now of, oh, I'm down with Obsidian, where it was Outer Worlds didn't really vibe with, New Vegas didn't vibe with, but I'm in the forums on Grounded 2 still. I'm keeping up with the update roadmap. I was in there when the early access came out, like, I'm all in. And Grounded is, I'm not going to say some wild shit like it's in the top 10 of all time, but it's up there. It's one of my favorite games of recent memory.
Yeah, no, that's crazy that it caught you that hard. And I think I was like, come on, let's play it. And it took you away.
It was like
That's
4
awesome.
hours that first night we got on. Like, oh, let's just try it.
Yeah.
And then, like, time just fucking went.
Yeah, and it does in those games, but yeah, it was cool. I've played a lot of it. I played a lot of stages of it when it first came out and such, so I kind of got to see it all. So it was cool to play it all the way through, end up beating it. And yeah, you did so much work at the end. You did so much of the work and carried us through. Where I just showed up, I was like, "You built a fortress for us," and we did it, and it was awesome. Yeah, a lot of good moments were just single player stuff too, but also have people in there. So yeah, I'm all in on the second one. I need to know what update we should hop in on, right? I know you're doing stuff, but I'm not going to touch it until whatever updates, like, let's do it. And I don't want to wait. I'm down not waiting, you know? We don't need to rush through all the content though. Yeah, that's something else. Yeah, I put grounded as what defined as well. And for me, I wrote down just multiplayer games and RPGs because I did a lot of multiplayer stuff. Did some of the marathon test, the open one, and that got me into Arc Raiders, and I did some Valorant early in the year. Fell off of that. I got a lot of messages from people that said I suck. And I was like, you know what? I'm trying to learn, but I guess I just won't play anymore.
Don't play League.
How about you help me? Toxic ass community.
How come no one plays their game?
Yeah, yeah, and grounded, yeah, these co-op experiences that, yeah, I don't have a lot of that. I didn't have a lot of those type of gaming things like that. So grounded being like probably the only one, probably easily the first, has to be the only one I like beat, like of that type of style of game, not open world, but co-op and survivally like that. So grounded special. It's Obsidian again. That I loved Outer Worlds. And I went into Avowed, and Grounded just reaffirmed it. And I know playing Grounded, it's just like, holy shit, there's so much of Avowed in this. Like, Avowed had so much giant tree roots growing in the world, and fucking Grounded is in the ground. And it's like, y'all are smart with how you do shit. Like, that's just cool to like notice that from our end as we talk about games, you know? Like, to see the studio and see the through line between it all with different games. Like, Grounded is so different than Avowed and Outer Worlds, but they aren't. It feels like Obsidian in the best way. That's so fucking cool. So yeah, I agree. Like Obsidian is one of my top, and you could probably say 2025 Obsidian, even though I did not touch Outer Worlds after 30 minutes. Outer Worlds 2. But those two games, Avowed and Grounded, yeah, really special looking back on 2025.
I agree with multiplayer stuff. Even like you said, Arc Raiders, getting me into that, like that's been a great time. Although we've realized when we play together, I'm the fodder. I am here to take bullets. I am here to help progress people around me, but I'll take that job. Someone's got to do it. But still, I'm excited to play it now. I need to get in with the winter update. I haven't played yet. Obviously, I'm not playing a whole ton by myself, but it's something I look forward to. I like enjoy doing. And even the few times we've played Fortnite this year, I'm like, yeah, it's good again. It's that you're playing with 100 people, but if it's not with like friends or people like in a party you're talking to, it's not the same. It doesn't give you that same feeling. Yeah. It's not the same connection.
Yeah, oh, for sure. It totally changes the angle and intention of it. Yeah, I'm intrigued by Arc to see what comes of it. I played a couple. I think I did 2 rounds of the snow. Nothing crazy. Had someone give me something and then I left. It was nice. Yeah, got to get into that because now it's what are the legs on this game? That's my big question. I'm seeing more and more videos of people complaining. And I don't know if that's pre-update, post-update, or just people complaining to complain. But yeah, dude, if the PvP is going to override the fun experience and deter people or hinder people from even doing shit, that's not going to be fun. So I can't wait. We know Marathon's coming out.
March.
Dude, Marathon, March. That looked so good. Yeah, I love the changes they're making. Yeah, we'll see. Sorry, I kind of went off on a tangent there with Arc. Yeah.
I think that about wraps it up for 2025.
Call it in now.
Last done. Quits. Last again live episode of the year. Next week, the 27th, holiday Christmas week, you will get a pre-recorded dispatch full spoiler review because it's something I need to talk about again. Something that just came out of nowhere and consumed my life recently, and I am absolutely in love with it. After that, we need to get full schedule down, but first couple weeks of the year will be top 10 for 2025. Going through that, the developer direct for Xbox will be in there as well as drafting for our 2026 Fantasy Critic file. Do you have anything going on for Christmas break? What are you doing? Are you playing games? What are you trying to do? Got plans on the docket?
I mean, doing stuff with family. Wife doesn't have work, so we're gonna try to go do some stuff. That's why we're taking the week off. I'm gonna prioritize that. Probably could squeeze in a recording, but no, gonna intentionally. We'll do this, talk, spend time with that, and play games. B is so down with Diablo, and we haven't touched it in like a year and a half. So someone's got the Paladin class loaded up, created, and we are ready to go and play some Diablo, my guy. Ready for the next expansion. So she loves it. We got to get back into that. So that'll be holiday break. If you're listening, get ready. And then more Kingdom Come Deliverance too. I gotta just get all in on that. Be my little blacksmith. See the story. Solve some murders. See a play. Help some people. Go to the whorehouse. Who knows? I am Henry, and Henry is my friend. I love Henry. When you take a photo in photo mode and you exit out, the character will go, "Nice one." And I'm like, "Thanks, Henry. It was a good photo." It's just a really, really, really charming game and just goofy. And I'm just like, oh, there's something. This is a good game. It's a good game. So I'm going to be playing a lot of that on stream. Probably, I don't know if I'll beat it all on stream. It's what, like 50, 70 hours. That's a commitment, but I am 70 hours in. No, I'm already 7 hours in. We'll see. There's nothing else that I'm like itching to play on stream either outside of multiplayer stuff. So I like having a good single player just to play. We'll see. More Ark. We got to play some more Ark with the snow update.
I'm down.
But yeah. And yeah, we got a game with some more people. So if you're watching, game with us. Fortnite, I'm down to keep doing that. We played with the new season. It was honestly a fun time. So I'm down to keep doing that.
It's updated.
If I got my Marty McFly skin, I'm happy. But I'll keep going.
The map's snow. You got to start logging on for your daily gifts, Kyle. Winterfest.
Oh yeah, they do that. Huh? Yeah, Winterfest.
And you can't stack them this year. It's really fucked up. You can only do one a day. If you miss, they don't stack. You only get one still a day. I'm like, you guys are dumb. But the map's like the whole top half of the map's covered in snow, doing the thing, trees everywhere, presents everywhere. I love it.
Yeah, I love a good holiday. We got Division. If you still want to,
I've hopped in a couple times since.
There you go. Yeah, it was sweet. Yeah. So we got gaming to do. There we go. A lot of stuff.
I'll be that. Christmas time, always get nostalgic. I'm gonna be playing through Banjo again this week, probably. Good winter levels.
Hell yeah.
I also re-downloaded Dead Rising 4. Great Christmas game.
Oh yeah, are you gonna play the new? Wait, hold on, Banjo. What about that new remake fan thing? You touching that? Was it out on Dreams?
It's in Dreams. I don't have Dreams, and it's just the one level. Okay. It's just the one level.
Got it. It's just not broken.
Yeah, no.
Heard. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, wait. Well, I'm waiting until the day they announce that officially, and I get that proper release of it. But yeah, Dead Rising 4 is downloaded. Great Christmas game. Also, I'm thinking about getting the ukulele. Haven't picked it up yet. Physical's now out on
do it on Switch?
If I do it on Switch, it's gonna be digital. It's on Switch though, yeah. Good Switch game.
That's what I was asking if you want to. Well, you should.
Good Switch game. So
I encourage you.
Playing some casual stuff this week of the holidays. I am sadly working and on call, so I will not be having a whole ton of time off for Christmas. Not starting anything new, just planning for the next year. Building the confidence for content creation. Don't say it, you fuck. It was like 48 degrees.
I hope California's getting slammed on Christmas. We're getting rain. So we'll see what happens for us.
I'll take the rain.
Yeah, but you wouldn't get rain there.
No.
That's what I'm saying. I hope you don't, but I hope you do. Whatever happens.
As of now, I'm in the clear, so I don't got to go in extra. But that'll do us for 2025. It's weird to say.
That's crazy. Next year. Good things coming. Things in the works. Plans happening. Hope everyone had a good 2025. Have a great holiday week coming up. And we'll catch you all again in 2026.